What's up in the loop? It's Hyde at Epic Universe. I know nothing about this park. I am so unspoiled. I couldn't even tell you what that building over there is or what that building is over there. So today's not going to be a full park tour and review of the park because we got limited time here today. We got to try to knock it all out. But I want to give you my first reactions because I am so unspoiled. Like I said, I don't know what half this stuff is. So my first reaction of Celestial Park here, and very quaint. I like it. We are standing at Helios. Don't have a theme park view though, so we are queued up for early entry. So don't get the big reveal walking under that really cool entrance. Kind of a little bit of a bummer, but I guess that's a trade-off for staying at Helios. So at some point today, I want to go in and out of that main entrance. First time in any of the Nintendo worlds at any of the parks, but no time to look. Time to try to get on Donkey Kong. This looks quite crazy. Again, I know nothing about what's in this area. I know there's some kind of roller coaster that jumps the track. That's about the extent of what I know. Quite mayhem of everyone trying to get over here first. I like the tropical vibes here. Tropical music and stuff. Wasn't expecting such a tropical looking place. Again, no idea what to expect. We decided to do this first since the line is mostly outside, which is a strange choice for Florida, I feel like. But it's 70 degrees, kind of a cool morning here so far. So before that Florida sun hits, we figured we'd do this first. Been walking for about 4 minutes, but haven't stopped moving, so that's good. Hopefully we're closer to the front of the early entry line. After about a 15-minute delay, we are at the station. We had to wait about 45 minutes, about 15 or 20 minutes of that was a delay. Really fun ride, quite rough though. First impressions, lots going on, lots of noises, I like it. We're gonna do Yoshi's because it's outside, so we're getting it done before weather moves in. We have testing for Stardust. It's a good sign. Just after 10 o'clock when the park officially opened. My first ever time really seeing this. I know there's been POVs, both animated and real, that have leaked or whatever, but looks like quite the crazy roller coaster. See, I see a lot of hills, so I'm expecting a lot of airtime. Wow, that was a really good ride. Usually Mac, however you say it, rides aren't that intense, but wow, lots of airtime. It's about 11 o'clock and we did 3 things. That's a pretty solid win. So now it's the How to Train Your Dragon portal. Just watched How to Train Your Dragon for the first time the other day. Fun movie if you haven't seen it. But I'm sure everyone's watching this. It's like, well, why did it take you so long? Very cool theming here. I like this. Lots going on, lots of color. 25 minutes for the coaster, not too bad. Lots of details, I love it. Love the stringy fountain and water bottle refill station. Really cool theming in this area. Really impressive. So many details. It's wing glider might have ended up being the biggest surprise of the day for us. Didn't expect much going in, but it was a really fun ride. We worked up an appetite, so going to Pizza Moon, this really wacky looking restaurant. You just walk up to a table, sit down, and you order via QR code. What a wild looking restaurant. Make sure to walk all the way to the back, even above like the kitchen area. There's these really cool displays. And the pizza was excellent. We got a barbecue pizza. About 12:30, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Celestial Tiki Bar here. If you go in expecting a true tiki bar, you'll be disappointed. However, there are some positives about this place. The drinks taste excellent. They use strong quality rum and they're handmade. Nice random fountain show going on. Headed to the Harry Potter section. We already know Ministry is closed. Again, first impressions, had no idea what this would look like. And this looks really well done. The detail is incredible. Let's go check out the circus.
Scanner has requested you fill in all the available space and keep pace with the party in front of you. And please, keep off railings in front.
It was a really fun show. A lot of great puppets, some neat little magic tricks. Won't give anything away. You have to see this. Really well done. It is very, very detailed. This is probably one of the better looking theme park areas I've seen. All the windows have details. Stuff moves in the windows. If you have a wand, it does even more stuff. This is a really great drinking park. There's a bar here, Bar Moonshine. So that's what it says. I don't know what exactly it's called, but great looking details. Don't know what exactly this area is, but it looks really well done. Here's one of the quick service options in the area. Again, the details just incredible. This might be my favorite area so far, theming wise, and I would assume that if you are a Harry Potter fan, all the little details make so much more sense. Of course, they got butterbeer. I remember the days butterbeer line would be so long. Now it's only like 10 people deep. Obviously a huge bummer, the Battle of the Ministry is not operating today. They did let us know a few days in advance, which softened the blow a little bit. Still a big bummer, but they still allow you to walk the line. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I guess it's a decent consolation prize. That area was awesome. I was a little skeptical with a big Fantastic Beast person. I was like, are they really doing a land themed Fantastic Beast? But they made it so even if you don't like Fantastic Beast, there's still so many cool details to see. I assume this is a very fancy way of saying the wand activity here does not work, but it's a great sign to kind of let people down about it. This portal was all about details in it, and it lived up to it. The park is in technical rehearsal, so that means, yes, some stuff is closed, including the roller coaster in Dark Universe here. Huge bummer. But let's head inside. That's cool. I like the screens and all the portals. There's great theming, but the screens also kind of add that interactive element. Now, admittedly, I am not a horror fan. I don't like the scary movie stuff. So I don't know much about this lane. Definitely very, very cool here. It's like a Dracula kind of vibe to it. Here's the main ride, and I know nothing about it. I know it's a dark ride, and I know people really like it. Love the jagged rock on the queue here. Just glad I'm not waiting outside in this uncovered queue. This is cool. I always love when theme parks make it go up or down. It gives you just a different sense of the whole area versus just like a flat queue. Whoa, what's going on over there? It was a very similar ride to Forbidden Journey. Probably prefer Forbidden Journey a little bit more, but I was told not all the effects were working the day I rode this, so it is technical rehearsal after all. I guess that's the trade-off. Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster is closed. It's been closed the last few days. Well, I lived in Florida long enough to know that about 3 o'clock is the annual daily rainstorm, and that's what we're at right now. That's why we tried to do all the outdoor stuff earlier. There's some thunder, there's some lightning, just some light rain right now, so we're going to head back to room at Helios, kind of charge up, both literally and figuratively, before grabbing our rain jackets and heading back inside. But we missed out on Stardust by like the other side by like a couple trains. Bummer, maybe they'll open later. It's so easy to get back to your room here. You don't even like really notice how to get there. It's just integrated, like one of the pathways casually bends away and heads up to the resort. Makes it super easy to run back up to the room. It's about 4 o'clock and we are headed back into the park. It is raining. Should be the rest of the night, so pretty limited options when it's raining. So it's time to go see some shows, eat some food, and have some drinks. Earlier when we walked through, we went through the exit as you saw in the video. So here's the proper entrance into Nintendo. This way is definitely the better reveal for the land, but I think going up and down those escalators, up the escalators, down the stairs would have probably took us a few extra minutes, put us further back in that Donkey Kong line. You can play these various games here in Nintendo, and kind of interactive. You're supposed to hit it. You gotta go. You gotta hit it when it goes under. Right there, right there. No, no, no. This was my favorite drink of the trip. It was at Bar Zenith, right by the Meteor Astro Pub, and it was bourbon, lemon juice, honey syrup with a splash of red wine on top. Then it was time for dinner at the Meteor Astro Pub. For dinner, I got the chicken and waffles, bacon, maple syrup glaze. That might have been my favorite thing I ate all day. So good. And this is a really casual environment. Plus, they had a great draft beer lineup. Well, after some heavy rain, it's lightened up a little bit, and rides are still in weather delays, but some of the outdoor rides are opening up, so we're going to take our chances and get in line for Stardust here. Well, we lucked out. It's about 5 o'clock, and it's still raining. They opened up the ride, sent 3 cars, and now it's back down for weather. But we were on one of those 3 cars, so now we've done both sides, and they're equally as good. People will probably argue one's better than the other. I've been on a lot of roller coasters, and I can't tell you that big of a difference, so don't buy the hype. They're both really fun. Now, this is where I'm glad it actually is raining, because if we had to stand outside here in the hot summer heat, it'd be miserable. But we're here at the Dragon Show. The show was quite the large production, even had some live musicians. Unfortunately, kind of the main segments of the show were cut for technical reasons, but I guess it is technical rehearsals after all. We then waited in what ended up being the longest line for us that day to meet Toothless, and it was about a 50-minute wait. They rotated out what character is with Toothless on about a half-hour basis, but it was a really fun little interaction. You got to pet the dragon, and they kind of talked to you for a minute, so very well done. Just random dragons all over the land here. Now I know there's been Nintendo Worlds Open, two of the other parks. A lot of talk about this ride the last few years, but I purposely held off. I have no idea what it is. I know it's some kind of like VR, maybe something. I have no idea other than it's Mario Kart, and I loved playing Mario Kart as a kid. Still love playing Mario Kart now. The queue is really cool. Also very long. I feel like you end up waiting a long time in here. Ooh. All the different Mario Kart cups. That's pretty epic. Love the names of all these books. Spend a little bit of time while you're going through the queue and read all the details. They're quite funny. Still not sure what the ride is, but the queue definitely is pretty awesome. Pro tip someone gave me is don't do single riders because it cuts off the entire cool queue. So luckily for us, it wasn't that long of a wait. This room is massive. It has to be like 4 or 5 stories tall. Was not expecting this when we turned the corner after the pre-show. Okay, not quite what I was expecting, but all right, so some kind of tracked dark ride. So of course the ride empties into the gift shop, and it's kind of cool. Like of course everyone in a perfect state would want like some high-speed go-kart ride to mirror the game, but I think for what it was, once I kind of got used to it, it's like, okay, this is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool dark ride. Cool gift shop too. Doing the Bowser walkthrough. You have to earn so many points on your power-up band to get in here. That was like a fun, interactive, like 3 or 4 minute game. So line's usually pretty short. Give it a try. Came back to the Donkey Kong area. A lot less crowded. The ride was closed for a while, just reopened. But really cool. Very well done. Cool, like interactive drums here. Got the really fun Donkey Kong pineapple swirl souvenir cup. Definitely pretty cool at night because everything's kind of lit up, so all the effects pop a little bit more. A little barbecue, not gonna have time for it today, but at least go and pop in and see what it looks like. Loud bells, creepy music. This area really comes alive after dark. Not fully dark yet, but the park doesn't really stay open past dark tonight, so. That's incredible. The whole thing's on fire. Did not expect that. Underneath that burning blade, it's called the Burning Blade Tavern. Another bar. Feels like a true tavern on the inside. Such a cool bar. Sure, if you're a horror fan, probably are loving this place. 8 o'clock snack here. We got the garlic twist pretzels. Someone on Twitter, I'm sorry, I forget who, said the garlic butter here is better than Papa John's. Hard to know, hard to beat that, so we'll see that. But that'd be awesome. And then this mocktail, Monacan mocktail with a bunch of juices in it. And this cool kind of potion vial. Curse of the Werewolf closed for the day. Feel bad for these team members. I once worked Big Thunder Mountain during a refurb, and for 2 months straight I had to stand in front of the ride and tell everyone it was closed and ruin their vacations. Rock and Roller Coaster was closed at the same time, overlapped for 1 week, and everyone was really mad that week. Anyways, back to Epic Universe. I didn't know how great the park would look at night, besides the fact that everyone on the internet was mad when it wasn't going to be open super late after dark, and I can see why, because it does look really cool. Look at how awesome that portal looks at night. Ending the night, one last ride. Pickup swing glider. So coming in through Helios meant my first experience at Epic. We didn't get to see the front of the park at all, so it took us all day, but we finally made it to the front area here. That looks really cool. If they sold that painting, it's like a postcard or something to frame, that'd be really cool. And we'll end there, opposite of where we started. This really cool entrance. Definitely walk up here if you're staying at Helios, because otherwise you would have no business coming up here. But overall, it was really fun going into a park completely unspoiled. Like the tavern thing, I didn't know that was going to catch fire. We were just walking around the corner, it's like poof, on fire. That was really cool. So many other details like that I'm sure everyone's been well aware of for months or years. Really were cool. Now, it was just a preview, so things can change, but the lack of shade and ride reliability, something to keep an eye on as the park grand opens. And then you have Celestial Park. It was so different. I really liked it. At first I was a little confused, but it's a really nice place to kind of recharge and relax compared to the senses overload that all the various lands have. And plus it gives the park a great excuse to have a giant thrill coaster. Love Stardust. Overall, the park has a making of being a super elite park. I personally think Islands Adventure might be a little bit better, but maybe that ranking will change once Ministry of Magic opens.